We are talking to Michael, who's calling in from California. Michael, you are live on Truth Wanted. What's up?
Yeah, I'm here in California, in Venice, California. I'm interested in finding out how the student population in Texas is doing on towards the Supreme Court. How they're leaning, where they're coming from. I imagine it's pretty well across the board, but I would be interested to find out what the young man here sitting next to you has to say about what's going on in the Supreme Court for the young people in Texas.
Absolutely, John.
Yeah, because they are an important vote right now.
Yes.
No, definitely, for sure. I mean, there's definitely a left-leaning bias to a lot of the college community, which, I mean, I would argue for various reasons is because it's the right opinion to have. But the ideas that I've been hearing thrown around are definitely of the opinion that it's a terrible way that it's going, with the fact that the past two presidents that have loaded up the Supreme Court have both been Republicans that were not elected with a majority vote, and they have put on more than half of the Supreme Court that we have right now, which is definitely not how our voting system should be allocating stuff like that.
Let me tell you, Michael, I can't tell you how many abortion-related billboards I saw just driving down here today, okay? In Texas, it's a different story. Like there are a lot of pro-life groups here that are just fine with the recent draft that's been discovered, and that's really sad to see. I was told, in fact, that there were some pictures of fetuses that were put up here on campus as well to try to convince people of the pro-life position. I don't know. Like when I was here on campus, I'd say there's a lot of people that do tend to vote that way. I don't know how it is now. It's been a couple of years, but yeah, it's unfortunate to see. But obviously, with a younger population in Texas, even there's still people that feel differently, and we'll see. But Texas right now does have trigger laws that will go into place if this draft goes through, which is going to make it especially hard for people to make that decision for themselves, which is not great, not good. I would argue not a good thing. So, Michael, I don't know how the temperature is there in California, but in Texas, unfortunately, it's a mixed bag. I mean, there are people that still support it. Yeah.
Right now it's 76 degrees right now.
Well, I meant the political temperature, but that's good information to know too. I do appreciate that. Michael, I'm glad that you called in. Was there any other things you want to say?
Yeah, there is one other thing. There's one other thing I wanted to talk a little bit about. I don't know if you've ever been on the Venice Boardwalk in Venice here. It's quite the place to be.
I have not.
Years ago, they brought in a group that was pretty right wing, and they had took up a big area, and they had all these signs with the abortion signs and thing around them. And inside that group were only children. And they had a couple walking out. They had two adults walking outside, but inside that group, inside that area, was nothing but children. And one of the things I did is I went up there and started discussing and talking with these kids, and they came over with me quick, and they tried to get me out of there, and I got as much information as I could. But it's sad because they're relying on fear and to answer these, to get these questions, try to get these questions answered, and it's their tactics are just incredible, and they don't really realize that I'm a big person on zero population growth, and feeding people, and that's a big problem right now because we're having a hard time feeding the people here in this country.
Yeah, I mean, so the atheist. Yeah, I mean, the atheist community, I can at least tell you, from other hosts of the atheist community's perspective, a lot of us are, I think all of us are pro-choice, but for reasons, because the reasons for people being pro-life are predominantly religious ones. And the argument that's being placed right now with the Supreme Court, or what people want to make, rather, is that of a religious one, and not substantiated by what we currently understand through secular lens and secular values. There's going to be obviously numerous problems that will happen if this goes through, and we're definitely going to plan to talk about it more as it's developed. Unfortunately, for tonight, our focus is for the SSA to make sure that we can get people to not think the things that they do about these issues. But hey, I'm glad that we got your support as well, Michael, and I appreciate you calling in. Thanks so much for your time.